Brand, I think it's finally time for BZ to get fat. With a PH.
What?
Yeah,
What?
get fat.
What are you talking about?
You know, gotta get fat.
Zach, what the hell is this?
But it's a Game Boy Advance game. We haven't done... I don't think we've done one yet, have we?
Surprisingly no, even though both you and I have a lot of nostalgia for that console.
Well, I love the Game Boy Advance. I really do. And I do feel like it's disrespect that this is the first one. But Brandon showed me a cereal game, and that reminded me of this game. So I sent him a YouTube video, and I think he saw like 5 seconds of the first cutscene and said, "We're recording this right now." So this is a little impromptu.
No Rules, Get Fat, starring One-Eye Jack. Okay, I see the flow that they had going on there, but I'm still not happy with like any of the words I'm seeing on screen or the art style of our character on the bottom right.
No, I think he's supposed to be a kid, but no, I don't believe that.
No, he looks more like he's in like his 50s, but he like, he had one of those conditions where he's super short.
So these cutscenes are weird. The comic words are different from the subtitles, which I think the joke is supposed to be the subtitles are a lot more sophisticated, but the actual comic is what they're actually saying.
Okay.
So, before anyone younger than a millennial thinks we thought this was cool growing up, no, this was cringe back then too.
Yeah, this is like a 2000 era marketing team pressing a jackhammer against your forehead.
So, like, I knew this game was cringe. I knew this game was awful and stupid. But a friend of mine, no longer a friend of mine, but a friend of mine that I met before Brandon, let me borrow this game, and I spent too long trying to play it. Not because I liked it, but because I hated that this game was beating my ass, and I could not stand it, so I kept playing it for hours out of spite. Until I gave up and said this game wasn't fucking worth it. And we're gonna find out why.
What the hell? So I thought it was almost gonna be like a Tony Hawk thing.
Nope, this is a platformer where you ride a skateboard. So there's no momentum. I build up speed really quickly, and then as soon as I let go, I also stop really quickly. There is no flow to these controls. It is awful.
Yeah, you go way too fast, and it does that terrible thing where the screen goes all the way to the left and then all the way to the right when you turn, which is really disorienting.
Oh, there's fall damage in this game too, because of course there is. Fall damage will be the bane of your existence in this video game.
What kind of nightmarish neighborhood is this?
Well, it's being taken over by aliens, Brandon.
I'm trying to remember, because I remember something called No Rules that was like... weren't these like little minifigures or something? That had these kind of designs?
I should have looked it up. I think these were like shirts and... I think they might have been mini skateboards, because I think the GBA game came with a mini skateboard. But I remember Tech Deck more than I remember No Rules.
So Zach, I didn't meet you until like 2009 or 2010, and is this what your hair looked like back before I knew you?
Yes. Well, this is probably how my mom would describe my hair back then.
I mean, I knew you were super into anime, so I figured this is just kind of, something you do.
I did spike it because I was super into anime, yeah, but my hair never got long enough to do it. So it just kind of looked like I always just got out of bed.
Yeah, because these sprites look awful. They look like they just like photoshopped like a Final Fantasy character's like hair onto this model, on this sprite, and it feels a little disconnected from the overall head. Like it looks fine in like the little life counter thing on the bottom, but on just the character sprite, it looks kind of bad.
These controls are they're as Brandon.
Yeah. Yes, they are as. They are not Snoop Nasty. Which, I mean, that whole dialect, I mean, that is just like the whole, like, what do you even want to call it back then? It was just like the whole marketing media, the things thought kids were cool were the ghetto and stuff that just feels, you know, bordering on racist nowadays.
Yeah, it's a very gentrified,
Yes, yeah.
Oh my god, what am I thinking of? Oh my gosh, I used to know the word for it. Oh, AAVE? African American Vernacular English, I think.
Right. But I think gentrified is a pretty good word to sum a lot of it up.
Yeah. And, like, even in the 2000s, this was not great.
I mean, what's hilarious about this game, Zach, just looking at it, is that, like, the dude has, like, in a lot of other platformers of this nature, like, even, like, back in, like, the late 80s, the skateboard would, like, you would just walk on your feet, and then the skateboard would be, like, a power-up. You know, it's like the bike thing in Alex Kidd, or it's like in Wonder Boy, where you'd get, like, a skateboard or something as a power-up, and you would go fast for a little bit. And those always controlled terribly because they were going too fast for the screen and you would just run into an enemy. So these developers went, what if you just had that power up all the time? Zach, I have terrifying news for you. The No Rules site is still up.
It's still up?
It's still up. I am currently on the page that gives you a full breakdown of all of the characters in the No Rules canon.
I thought there was no way this survived the 2000s. Like, even I thought this wouldn't have survived even the mid-2000s. And a lot of cringy stuff survived that.
I mean, if you want to hear more lore about Mac Daddy and Buckethead and PJ Butter, they have full character descriptions. Oh dear God, you can look at their 2021 catalog.
They have a 2020. What does a 2021 catalog look like for No Rules?
And you can it just goes to a page saying cannot find.
Okay.
So some of the stuff has been deleted. However, you can buy the No Rules registered trademark back to school collection, which includes a back to school wallet and backpack with like flames on it. Zach, Jesus Christ. Zach, one of the options on this website, like one of the tabs you can click on for information, is literally just called Attitude. That's it. You just click on a thing just called Attitude, and it takes you to a page. Oh, okay. Attitude takes you to their, like, About Me page about what the brand is.
Brand's about attitude.
Who are we? No Rules registered trademark is an attitude brand for today's youth, 17 to 14-year-olds, with a skate extreme sports street focus. The graphics are edgy and provocative. No Rules epitomizes an in-your-face and against-the-norm attitude embraced by today's active youth market. The characters speak the language of the target customer in a fun, provocative way.
You know, this brand really makes me, like, it's hard to call yourself edgy when you also feel the need to use registered trademark every 5 seconds.
And the copyright for No Rules apparently extends from 1994 to 2025. So somebody out there is still renewing the copyright for No Rules and keeping it active with content.
I guess somebody has to. I don't know. I would never have guessed that No Rules was still going today, or that started in the 90s.
Oh shit, Zach! I'm buying you some No Rules bed covers and pillow sheets.
I don't want to meet a person that actually has those, especially if I find out they bought recent No Rules.
Okay, yes, and there are products for both girls and boys. Girls as well are represented well here with their own assortment of characters.
It's coming back to me how much I hated this game as a kid.
And so, like, you just kept playing it kind of almost in a spiteful way of just like, this game isn't going to beat me. I'm going to get through this.
Yes, I think this game is actually what caused my play the game out of spite. So this game caused me years of damage now that I'm thinking back on it. I should sue.
You should sue, Zach, because the amount of torture you've put yourself through over decades because of this game is unacceptable. Like, you should not have developed that complex from this game.
Okay, I feel like it wasn't just No Rules, but I feel like No Rules is one of the first games where I noticed I do it.
The catalyst.
Actually, I think Kingdom Hearts was the true catalyst. The fucking chameleon in Tarzan world.
Oh, okay, Zach, here is the character description for One-Eyed Jack, the character you are playing in the game here. He is the leader of the skate/street crew. This kid is all attitude. When people see him, they say, "Here comes trouble." He goes balls out in whatever he does. He likes skateboards, BMX bikes, motocross, sports, junk food, video games, cartoons, and candy.
And he likes looking like he's 50 years old.
Yeah, likes dyeing his hair white, I guess, and constant, I'm curious, I'd like to seriously know what kind of condition he has that his face is all, like, permanently, like, scowling, looking like it's about to implode in on itself.
I'll tell you what condition he has. He has edgy face disease.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, I will now read the character description for Buckethead, who we were just introduced to. One of the clowns of the crew. Buckethead is always messing around and playing tricks on his other little homies. Excuse me. He likes riding his BMX bike and doing tricks on his board. When he's not out kicking it with the crew, he is home playing video games or watching cartoons. You will notice that almost every character description will make sure to mention that they play video games and watch cartoons.
Just like me! It's so relatable.
Well, no, actually, no, Zach. The character Justin is the closest to you because he watches Japanese anime.
Ah, a man after my own heart.
His cosplay would actually be incredibly easy. You would just need to find a blue hoodie and just cover your face. Phew. Yeah, I don't know how that site still exists, Zach, because like you and I said, I can't imagine this was popular even then. Like, really?
I've seen a few kids wear the stuff, but I can't think of anyone being a No Rules super fan.
Right. Like, maybe it really was just like the BMX, like, sports crowd.
Or maybe this is just something their moms got them, because they're like, well, my kid will probably think it's cool. And they probably just wore it because it's like, well, it's a shirt.
I guess. PJ Butter is Buckethead's clown and partner. The two of them together are big trouble. PJ Butter likes doing tricks in his skateboard, which I should preface, SK, the number 8, then board. Dirt bike and BMX bike. He also likes collecting mini boards, action figures, playing video games, and watching cartoons.
All of them better like watching cartoons or at least anime, or I swear to God.
Like the No Rules cartoon, if that existed.
I hope not. But like, man, this is still the language they're using to this day. Like, it felt outdated even in the 2000s. I think even kids in the 90s would be embarrassed to speak like that.
But for whatever reason, this is part of the brand that they've cultivated. This site is still up. I don't understand. Okay, and there is an official archive you can look through of some of their past collections of content, dating back to, looks like you can go as far back as 2009. Oh, Zach, they do have a collection of No Rules fingerboards, because of course this would be a brand with fingerboards. Because those were honestly kind of popular in the 2000s.
Yeah, I remember trying to use them as a kid, but I was never good at it.
I feel so bad for all these kids that are like modeling out like the brand, because you can tell like the photographer was just telling them look cool and serious. And Zach, as you may in fact be able to anticipate, all the kids in these catalogs remarkably deeply white.
Yeah.
It really is gentrification. Like, it feels weird because when you look at like the descriptions of the characters, some of the designs feel like, you know, that the designs are referencing the what you would see in terms of like the awful stereotype of the black like gangster character, but even the character designs themselves are very white, but with almost exaggerated designs that could be a black character. So it increases the uncomfortableness like tenfold. Oh, okay. There is one of the girls, Zach, does have darker skin, and by darker skin, I mean they're like in Microsoft Paint, they're like a shade darker than the white characters.
I like how you specify Microsoft Paint, but I mean that I don't think that would be wrong.
How are you liking the funky Phat beats of the soundtrack, Zach?
Oh, I was actually just about to bring that up. I guess for funky fresh beats on the GBA, it's not the worst. The soundtrack's probably the best thing about this game, but I mean, it's a very low bar. But like, would I listen to this outside of this game? Oh, fuck no.
It's impressive for the GBA in the sense that the music is a bunch of samples, but it seems like the tracks repeat they're pretty short. Mac Daddy is the big mouth of the crew. He is always talking smack about everything. He likes to show off busting some crazy freestyle tricks on his bike and board. His favorite foods are burgers, tacos, pizza, and candy. He also likes video games, football, and cartoons. Zach, I was currently looking through the manual to see if I could find an answer for how you do tricks, and it's looking like apparently it's an R button type of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't hit the R. Oh, fuck, I forgot to hit A. Yeah, I haven't hit the R button yet, so I guess that makes sense.
Okay, it would be like control pad direction plus R button to do them.
No, okay. Maybe I could show off a trick.
For example, Zach, holding right plus the R button allows you to do the hand plant or the kick, which the description is Jack kicks out sideways. Aw, yeah.
Okay, I have to remember when I'm done hitting these sick, nasty scratches. I should stop. I just feel worse the more I talk like that. It feels so wrong.
Oh, yeah. I used to talk that way around friends as like a like a joke back in like high school or in college, just to be like, haha, look at, how goofy and dumb that all sounds, until people just were like, dude, this is just kind of cringe. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
This sounds like a soundtrack that was by someone who was like, I could do Jet Set Radio, and they could not do Jet Set Radio. But I mean, like, yeah, the samples aren't awful, they're just too short, but it's probably all the GBA could do.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like some of those early Tony Hawk games on the GBA where they actually tried to put in the licensed songs on the GBA, and they're just like crusty as hell.
Well, we'll see one more cutscene. I'll try to do a trick, and then we'll be done.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh. Oh.
They got gold teeth, Brandon, because they're so cool.
Yeah. Well, Zach, we got representation. But I don't think that's really the word you would use for that. Well, Zach, this is actually an extremely short game. So if you beat this level called the Underground, you actually had only like 2 more levels left.
Yeah, but do we really want to do 2 more levels?
I don't think you do, no. Because if you finish Underground, Zach, you also get the Coca Soul Puffies factory. And then if you get to the end of the game, you go to the alien ship. I'm sorry, the Punk as Mothership.
Alright, yeah, we should stop it here before I accidentally do end up beating the whole game. Did you feel like there were no rules, Brandon?
Yeah, man, I guess that back then this really was people doing whatever they wanted, and maybe that wasn't really a good thing. But maybe I'm just not punk enough to truly understand. Yeah, so the plot of the game, Zach, would be eventually that they would stop the evil aliens from changing the recipe of their favorite cereal.
Yeah, should have known the plot was going to go into something stupid like that. But yes, if you made it this far, thank you, and how?
How?
To prove you made it this far, or at the very least skipped ahead this far for some reason, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fat are we? How fat would you say this channel is?
Yes, yeah, put a rating, smash that like button, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, what would someone in the 2000s say? It wouldn't be smash that like button.
You mean just on YouTube? Because I don't really know, like, what we used to say back then besides just slurs.
Rate 5 stars and favorite.
Oh, that's true, the star system. I mean, this was back when, you know, game reviewers would have, like, a score system where games would have, like, you know, oh, this game's about a 6.3.
I rate this game a shit out of my ass.
Well, yes. I mean, of course, that came a little later, but yes, you're right. That's when things became a little more eloquent in terms of how they conducted game reviews, because they just said how they felt from their chest.
I rate this game a broken skateboard with 0 wheels and no attitude out of 500. I don't know. We should end this.
We should end this. Make it stop.